It always happens after the halving, which is kind of here. There's a bit of chopping around. And then as we start heading into the US election, between June and August, prices start going vertical. Doesn't mean we don't get these sharp corrections in the middle, but things go vertical and we will lose our minds. If we are having this conversation in 9 months' time, we'll be fighting with ourselves to try and maintain the discipline that we've been trying to teach ourselves because the banana zone will be happening. And it just caught everybody's attention because it explains a lot, right? That explains my entire macro thesis that I spent 2.5 hours explaining, and I could have spent 6 hours explaining, is all in that chart. It is also, he says, phallically, everybody's hopes and dreams.
And it's about to happen.
I hope so, because I will never be allowed on the internet again.
Don't worry, the banana zone is upon us, and it's poised to send everyone into a frenzy. In his latest interview, Real Vision CEO and macroeconomic investor Raoul disclosed that despite turbulent price movements in crypto markets, all his forward-looking indicators confirm that the banana zone is indeed approaching. If historical cycles repeat, we can expect a significant surge in crypto prices sometime between now and August, giving us less than 2 months before prices skyrocket. However, Raoul offers a word of caution. While there will be a parabolic upward movement, it will also come with sharp corrections. Therefore, maintaining good discipline and sticking to a solid investment thesis is crucial. Looking further ahead, Raoul predicts immense growth for the entire crypto space over the next decade. He anticipates the total market cap of crypto assets to surge from today's $2.5 trillion to $100 trillion within the next 8 years, a 50x increase that could mark the largest and fastest accumulation of wealth in human history. Stay tuned till the end of the video as Raoul explains why the inevitability of the banana zone is undeniable.
Stop, you don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
Because I've been involved in this space for a very long time. I've held through cycles, I've traded cycles. And I figured out if I just held my original bet, which was much smaller, I would have been 5 times better off. If I'd have just added every time we had a bear market and assumed I missed the bear market low by 30 or 40%, I'd make 25 times as much money. So this time around, I added furiously between June and October. In fact, those 2 dates in 2022. And I was at all-time highs in my P&L well before markets were. That's what it means when you compound. And just do that one thing and it'll change your life. But most people can't. They've been taught that the drawdown is a terrible thing. But if you're not going to take the money out and you don't need it for school fees or the house, don't take the money out. The other thing is, let's say you've turned your 10 grand and it's now worth 250 grand. Okay. When you take it out, let's say you're a genius, you get the high. The market falls 90%. You will not put the same amount of money back because you have that mindset that you had with Solana. There's no fuck, it might go to zero, right? That is so pervasive that you will only put a smaller bet in. You can't do it. And people think they can. Oh, I'll just take my 250 grand and then I'll just buy it at the bottom and I'm going to be the richest person in the world. No, won't happen that way. Yeah. I had learned from the last cycle that even if you're vaguely vague about how to navigate the space, people will A, get it wrong, fuck it up so badly, and then they'll blame me for it. There's a bit of self-preservation in this. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it a meme that is super fucking clear. I'm going to launch an NFT that you put in your Solana wallet that looks at you and says there's a little video file of me saying, don't fuck this up. And it's basically, don't use leverage, don't FOMO, self-custody, and keep most of your assets in the major tokens. Just simple rules of thumb that don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto. You know, if the mega trend is going from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion, honestly, you betting on, you know, some random meme coin is not the best way to capture that trend. You might be able to get a bit of that right. Capture the fucking trend first. Then you can trade around it a bit. But if you do not capture that trend, you will have done the opposite of the message. If I keep telling people, and again, this means a lot. It's like, this is the biggest opportunity. Don't come to me and tell me they made money and you didn't. Literally, there are thousands of high quality people into this space trying to help. None of us have all the answers. Don't expect us to be gurus, but we are trying to help. We want everybody to come with us. It's also self-interested because the more people that come with us, the more people succeed, the more the space is valuable. So we're all incentivized. So we want people not to fail. And I don't want people to come to us and say, well, you guys got it all right. Like, I've given you every tool. I've given you literally thousands of hours of video. I've shown you where I've got it wrong. I've shown you where I've got it right. Just be part of that trend. 2.5 trillion, 100 trillion. Don't get thrown off. This is a unique asset class because it's money. It's the rails for money. It's probably the rails for the financial system. Like, equities should be tokenized, more efficient use of better technology, efficient capital. So that's equities, bonds, derivatives. What are derivatives? Particularly OTC derivatives, they're just unique contracts. Well, that's NFTs. Okay, so the financial system, clear. Okay, well, the derivative market is 1.4 quadrillion. Now, it doesn't mean it's 1.4 quadrillion usage of the underlying token you'd need, but that's a lot of value and volume that's going to happen. So that's the real world asset side of the equation. I see everybody go down this journey, and it's really funny to watch. Often, people go into the space, fuck it up, go, whoa, this is too crazy for me. They then absorb a bit, they come with a bit of humility, they come back to the space, and slowly it becomes everything. I've seen all my macro friends do this. I've watched them all. My peer group, the people I grew up with in the industry, one by one, just go to the black hole and jump into the abyss and never come back. People like Alan Howard, legend of our space. We launched hedge funds at the same time. Alan was always a better trader than me and was famous as one of the greatest traders around. I mean, he's all crypto. Dan Tapiero, Dan Moorhead. Just one after the other, they get there and they never come back because the returns on a risk-adjusted basis are so ridiculous that they realize this is if there's one trade to dedicate your life to, this is the trade. This is the big one. The biggest trade mankind has ever been given. Now, that sounds hubristic, but it's proven. No other asset has ever done 22.5 million % returns in 12 years. True wealth is made from a concentrated bet. That's Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk is actually, it's one concentration, which is one mission to Mars, but it's multiple businesses. Most true wealth is generated from one big bet. In markets, that's certainly the case. I don't know many people who run broad, diversified portfolios who end up becoming wealthy. Even Warren Buffett's portfolio is pretty concentrated. So concentrated bets really are the way, but that's very hard to do because, you're trying to take the big bet over the mortgage crisis and stuff like that. They're hard to take. But here, we've got a bet that has everything going for it. It is driven by behavioral economics. So number go up means that more people come into the network, which means number go up. More the number go up, the more money's in this new digital economy that creates the applications layer, businesses being built on it. The more businesses being built on it, the more use of the blockchain, the more the number go up. The more the number go up, the more people come in. Before you know it, the finance industry wants. It is a supermassive black hole of, it's like the greatest behavioral scheme of all time. So it's genius for that. And it attracts people. Then you've got the debasement of currency. Then you've got the non-fit for purpose of the financial system that exists. Then you've got the fact that this is just digitizing value settlements and everything else, all of contracts. And so you've got a ludicrous amount of megatrends all in one point. It's liquid. It trades 24/7. It's accessible to almost every single human on the planet. It's like, come on, guys, this is the fucking big one. There is nothing ever going to be bigger than this. If we apply that thesis that there is no diversification, everything's correlated, you want to own the best risk-reward asset. If you go too far out the risk curve, your early stage, you don't have network adoption effects yet. So then it becomes more VC bet as opposed to a growth bet. That's a different bet. So I have made a lot of money in the last cycle by switching from Bitcoin into ETH and got a lot of hatred for it in that bizarre world that is Bitcoin Maxi. I had switched because I saw network effects of ETH were growing fast. It was NFTs that really ramped it up, plus DeFi. And so an earlier token with less adoption that's gaining adoption goes up faster in price. That's just how it works. If you remember the last cycle, it was Luna, Avalanche, Polygon, and Solana. Those were the chosen four. One didn't survive, and one was king, or crown prince, let's call it. Something will happen this cycle that will give us that bet again. That bet's incredibly rewarding, but hard to do, because there's a lot of things that look like they're going to last and they don't. And we get given this bet every cycle.
Absolutely.
You get a 10 to 50x every cycle from buying one of the biggest coins. The hard thing is people get stuck in a narrative. There are people stuck in, and I'm going to get hated for this, but people are stuck in Cardano, people are stuck in XRP, they're stuck in stuff from the past. Doesn't mean they're bad projects, but if your game is to make the most money, then you have to drop all of your allegiances from the previous cycle, all of the things that you had taught yourself to believe, like ETH is the only thing. That was what you had to believe last cycle. And now you have to believe that Solana is the fastest, cheapest, best. And that narrative will get shattered next cycle. And you have to accept that. That's okay.
Raoul is adamant that the banana zone is inevitable, predicting a transition from the current $2.5 trillion crypto market cap to a staggering $100 trillion. His confidence stems from historical patterns and forward-looking indicators, signaling a significant surge in crypto prices on the horizon. Pal advises investors to prepare strategically for this paradigm shift, urging them to focus on solid investment strategies rather than getting sidetracked by speculative ventures. Moreover, Pal emphasizes the power of community within the crypto ecosystem. He advocates for leveraging the collective knowledge and resources available from seasoned individuals in the industry. By pooling insights and learning from others, Pal believes investors can enhance their chances of success amidst the evolving crypto landscape. In his outlook, Pal underscores the importance of resilience and discipline amid anticipated market volatility. While expecting substantial upward movements in crypto prices, he cautions that these gains may come with sharp corrections. This perspective encourages a balanced approach and steadfast adherence to long-term investment goals. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.